confused. I can't see anything. Good morning. Have to head out a little bit earlier. Probably gonna head by taxi. It's gonna take too long to get there by public transport. Because I actually need to be time efficient this time. There's a few things I reserve a little bit of time for. I need to find gloves, which would trust on my should not call my just have me came here. Without money has not been a problem here like in Pakistan. You know, Apple Pay works here actually. That's pretty cool. And lastly, get something to eat. Green look good. Well, never mind. Managed to buy gloves. Struggling to draw cash, that's just as important. But yeah, the vibe here is really good. We are still busy. It's the New Year's Eve actually, so people are properly preparing for celebration. I think it's a big thing here, but we'll see where we end up. I have a hinting suspicion where, but we'll see. There's specifically a lot of these tufa stone here. And that's because the city actually, around the city, people still mine it, produce it. Alright, sorry, I have to stop here. I got sucked into the world of tough. Now that's one fucking rabbit hole. First of all, in the video I mentioned tufa, which is wrong. What I was meant to say was tough. Tough and tufa are sometimes used interchangeably, which likely caused my error. To be fair, they have a lot of similar qualities. They're both porous, sponge-like, durable, but for a stone, quite light and soft. So this is what tufa looks like. And this is what tough can look like. It can look like this. It can look like that. Or it can also look like this. Both have also been used in construction in the past, and in the case of tough, it's still being used in construction in some parts of the world. However, the way tufa and tough are formed is completely different. Tufa is formed when calcium-rich waters evaporate and you're left with whatever was dissolved, sort of like salt water in one sense. So tufa is one type of limestone, but it's a rarer type of limestone, which is created when calcium carbonate saturated water releases carbon dioxide and precipitates a soft calcium carbonate based rock. Tuff, on the other hand, is formed from volcanic ash, which is hardened over time. So, volcanic eruptions, water with carbonate minerals. Tuff needs to be at least 75% ash, but it apparently has 28 shades. These depend on like the speed of the magma flow and also where the oxidation happened and whichever other materials were present during the hardening process. Something along those lines. I'm not a geologist. But yeah, Armenia is quite known for tuff. It's widely used all over Armenia as a building material, and it's definitely one distinct feature in Armenian architecture. And that is definitely something I immediately noticed upon landing in Armenia. Armenia also exports some of it, but it only makes up a very small percentage. This small percentage of Armenia's total exports. So mostly just used in Armenia. I mentioned there being 28 shades of tuff. In Armenia in particular, there are about 4 shades, which are the most known and used ones. In Ani, which historically was one of the main Armenian cities, in today's time its ruins are located a couple kilometers from the Armenian border. But anyway, the local Anitov has more of a yellow-orange tone, and this can be seen from the local architecture, from the ruins. In the Yerevan as well as Yumri area, the local tuff mostly has a black or a red tone, and this specific local type of tuff has been used in Yumri's architecture quite a lot, which gives a city of Yumri a very cool and interesting look. Then lastly, the pink tuff, the most known one. Most of it is produced right in Arctic, and the tuff from there is not just used for the local buildings, but for much of Yerevan. This is likely the most well-known thing about this town of around 20,000 inhabitants. But that figures since it's largely because of this Arctic tuff that Yerevan is also known as the Pink City, as seen from these photos. Arctic is the most known tuff producing place in Armenia, and the practice actually goes quite far back. Apparently, the presence of tuff in Arctic was known since the 3rd century, but it was in the mid-19th century when the first formal studies of this Arctic tuff were first conducted by a German geologist by the name of Hermann Abich, who is also happens to be known as father of Caucasian geology. But the actual extraction of this Arctic tuff started in the late 1920s, and in today's times there are 17 quarries, seven of which are being mechanized. And these are located outside of Arctic, and its nearest villages, as you can see from the map, it's the darker gray patches there. Sometimes the tuff is immediately extracted in the form of bricks, so it's not processed, just taken immediately to building sites, and sometimes the processing is done afterwards. Apparently there are more than 170 million of cubic meters of explored reserves of this, which is quite interesting. Well, when and how did this come to be in Arctic? Okay, I'll try to read how and when the tuff was formulated in Arctic specifically. But this is geology lingo, so please bear with me. The tuff was formed during the upper Pliocene Anthropocene volcanic activity from the middle Anthropocene ignimbrite eruptions. Okay, it is placed on the upper Pliocene and lower Anthropocene andesites, basaltic andesites, dacites, slags, and is covered by the middle and upper Anthropocene dacite lavas, fluvial and thaetic sediments. And as far as the actual process of formulating, the tuff was formed after the release of gases from a magmatic melt saturated with gases during an ignimbrite eruption of a volcano due to condensation and thermal fusion of the melt. So yeah, sorry for the holdup. As I said, I got sucked into one motherfucking rabbit hole. So yeah, let's continue with the video. There's a bunch of these alpinites everywhere. The bus of tea. It's the train station there. Looks like a bus station as well. A couple of buses, but none of them seem to be departing. Station here, but last passenger train left in 2013, so a while ago. Yeah, anyway, I'm exactly on pace according to my plan. However, there was no time to waste, so I immediately hitched a cab to take me to the village that is close to the coordinates. Черный песок где? Вижу.
Начинает кушали. Пойдем три.
Here we are in Melikgyugh village in rural Armenia. I think this is Argatsoten province again. Very beautiful in here. I looked at the route and it was a steep gradient in the beginning, and then it's gonna be flat for a while and then downhill. But yeah, I think I'm in over my head. I will see what the conditions are, what it looks like specifically, but yeah, shit, I think I fucked up again. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. But this is still a good spot to be in. Let's check out the church. Yeah, it's closed. I'll show you what it looks like from inside. This is what it looks like. Yeah, it's exactly 12 right now, exactly according to my plan in terms of when the sun is gonna be up and when it's gonna be the least cold. Weather is perfect right now. There's a World War II memorial. A lot of Armenians, actually ethnic Armenians, died during the war. You see, I'm here in Melikgyugh, and this is the trail I have to follow here, and then from there I can just continue to this place, which is like a tourist village. And I heard that that's like one of the last remaining Greek communities in Armenia. Armenia is very homogeneous. There is some Yazidi Kurds. Now obviously there's some Russians in Yerevan especially. Yeah, here's the route. Very honestly, there's no way. My feet are already wet. I'm in over my head. It's probably doable in the summer, but now in the winter, in the Chimer, no way. I would at the very least need some good fucking gear, which I don't have. But yeah, I took a L once again. Yeah, I guess I'll check this place out and now that I'm here. But yeah, things that are behind me are the reason why there is no road between these two places. I just wasn't attentive enough when looking at the course. To actually get there, you have to make a very huge detour, which I do not want to do. So I'll just log new course. I guess probably from Melikgyugh. So this is a dead end. There's a World War II memorial here, which I think I mentioned. I was planning to skip it to be time efficient, but now I might as well check it out. Cool. Look how beautiful it is, just whiteness. Whiteness as far as eyes can see. Seems to be some kind of a cross as well. And here's the village graveyard. I have to wear sunglasses, the sun is shining so bright. Yeah, I think this is enough. Yeah, may they rest in peace. Oh, he's coming. Oh, wow. The car is struggling. I think the tractor is coming back now. It didn't help too much. I have to like diverge from here like this all the way there. The altitude here is 2 kilometers, but over there it's 3. All right, well, there was a road from here to there, probably in the summer, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to brute my way there. You can tell that there's a road here. Looks like you can grill and eat there. That's cool. I had to go that way, but then up, I don't know where. What is that? That's where we started. So we're here. At Melikgyugh. Yeah, my course will be in here. New LS load, new chords. We need to get out of here. What? How did it go to the same spot? That's weird. Anyway, let's go again. This is Russia. Yeah, it's Russia. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Next. Wonder if we can do this one. But we can probably get close at least, right? Okay. I'm gonna go back now. I'm gonna go sit down at the grilling spot and take a look at the coordinates a little bit closer. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be possible for me to get to the actual course. But I can at least try to get near. At least get to the nearest village. Alright, so we were probably at like 2200 meters. Alright, I looked at the coordinates a little closer and I think I found a route that might work to get at least close to the courts. But yeah, the starting point for that will have to be in Stepanovan, so I'm gonna start heading towards that city. Feels so good to be back on this. That's probably the school. There's the boat station, seems like. Alright. Goodbye, Melikgyugh. I need to walk for like I think an hour and a half to get to Melikgyugh. I'm just down by the intersection. And there's a water pipe beneath this. Alright, here we are. We made it here. The town itself is over there. I think I need to go there to get to a bus stop. Because I'm pretty sure there should be a bus stop there. That goes to my next town over, on my way to my next courts. Welcome to Melikgyugh. According to Yandex Maps, this spot right here is where minibus is supposed to stop en route to my next destination or next town, and that it will come in 10 minutes from Yerevan, which is this way. So this road leads to Yerevan as well. Yerevan is it's kind of a city that kind of dominates Armenia in a way. A lot of people are moving there for economic opportunities. Armenia itself is a nation of around 3 million people only. So most Armenians, they live in other countries, like a lot of them in Europe, Russia, US. But out of these 3 million people, around 1 million people live in Yerevan. So it's see, that kind of dominates the country in a way. But yeah, I'll wait here for 50 minutes, see if there's gonna be any minibus at all. If not, then I'll just hitchhike, because it really is easy in Armenia. But if possible, I do want to take the public transport route. And I haven't been to a minibus marshrutka in Armenia yet. This time I did actually see some minibuses, but they were all going to Yerevan, proving my point.
Как хорошее место здесь или нет?
Да. Меня все устраивает.
Устраивает, да?
Прикольная дорога.
Антиперева.
Что здесь нету?
Брат, сестра.
Here we are in our next town, called Spitak. And as you saw from the sign, this is also a new region, Lori, the 90th region. The town might look normal otherwise, but in 1988 this town was devastated by a massive earthquake, and pretty much the entire town was flattened on the ground, and death tolls range from 25 to 50,000. The actual epicenter of the earthquake was right here, so just around 5 kilometers from my next coordinates, but the earthquake affected the entire region pretty much, including cities of Gyumri and Vanatsor. But the city that suffered the most was Spitak, hence the name Spitak earthquake. And interestingly, despite the relationship at the time, Soviet Union asked US for help, humanitarian aid, which was also provided not just by US but a lot of other Western countries. This is the memorial of the earthquake and its victims. You know, I've only seen these at TV shows where people... It was time to keep going. Next town, Vanatsor. I have a Vanatsor shirt. I don't know why. The market is still open. Nearest As prefaced, Vanatsor is the capital of Lori province, and it also happens to be the third largest city in Armenia. And just like most other Armenian towns and cities, Vanatsor is also an old city. However, most of the city was built up during Soviet times, and as a result of which, yes, Vanatsor does look Soviet, but I don't have the Soviet fetish to repeat that all the time. stuff going on. Good vibes. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Stepanovan, the town which is in the striking distance of my court. Well, it's not particularly close, but this is the spot where I want to be this night. I'll see what the vibes are here once the New Year's celebrations start. This bridge is over a big cliff, but yeah, you can't see it. I mean, I can barely see it with my own eyes. This right here is the memorial of a man called Stepan Sirounian, and that is likely why this town is called Stepanian. He was an important figure in the Bolshevik Revolution. So during the end of the Russian Empire, especially propagating the revolution in the Caucasus region, and he was given a nickname Caucasian Lenin. I guess this will be the spot. And that right there is the municipality building. The park stretches that way. Alright, this is where I'm staying. It's nice. That's awesome, they have a bathtub. I'm mostly dry from practically swimming in snow earlier today, but yeah, I'm gonna need a bath for sure. It's great. It's a bit more expensive, but yeah, it's New Year's Eve, so a lot of other options are booked, obviously. So it's all good. You can already see some fireworks. I was told that Armenians typically celebrate New Year's at home, but I was also told that some people do gather at the square that I showed you earlier. So I'm on my way there now. I think I'm gonna be there right at the New Year mark. And I don't really normally care for New Year's, but I've never spent New Year's in another country, so I think it'll be interesting to check it out, see what the vibe is. Yeah, the fireworks, they're coming in from all kinds of different directions. Like there's no single spot like in my country typically. But we're not there yet. We'll see if there's any people at the square. Yeah, I guess they were right at the hotel. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. And the ones that might come here will only do so after the New Year. Yeah, I can stay here for like 50 minutes after. It's no problem. Yeah, we're 5 minutes away now. Oh, it's 1:25 and you can't even tell. It just happened 5 seconds ago, about 5 seconds ago. Yeah. С Новым годом! Yeah. 2024 is behind us now. You know, for everyone. At the moment of filming, 2024 was pretty damn good of a year for me. Let's hope for a good 2025 for everyone.